Welcome to Deanne's Enduring Journey to Bliss. My name is Deanne, and I have a mostly native garden in Colorado. And I just wanted to take a little walk around the garden this morning. Today is July 12th, 2026. So this right here in front of us, this is a coneflower. It's not the true native variety, but it is considered a native, and I really like the coloration of the flower. So it's looking quite lovely, coneflower. And right over here, these little pink flowers, that is a Coreopsis variety, and Coreopsis are considered native. I have just a few harebell blooms left. Harebells are native to Colorado. They're very charming. They always make me think of fairies in the garden. There's a few blooms down here of the harebell still. Now this is little blue stem. It's a native grass. This right here is a Joe pieweed. It is native. However, this variety is a shorter variety, so it's not the true native that grows 6 or 8 feet tall, but it is a Joe pieweed, which is a native plant. This right here is rabbit brush. It's got some nice yellow blooms opening there. This is a native plant to Colorado. And this right here is Pearly Everlasting. It looks like it's just starting to get some blooms. That is a native plant. Pearly Everlasting. This is not native. This is a Scabosia. I'm not sure how they pronounce it, but it's a great pollinator plant. This is again the coneflower. This right here with the nice loose leaves, that is a lead plant. And right behind it, that is an evening primrose. Both of these are native plants. And this primrose, it opens in the evening, and that makes a good morning. That makes a very good pollinator for the bats and the moths at night. It's still open now because it's early enough in the morning that it hasn't closed down yet. This is another Pearly Everlasting. You can see the buds forming. They haven't quite opened. This is a yarrow, looking very lovely. Yarrows are native. Typically the true native are either yellow or white. So this is not a true native, but it is still considered native as far as the pollinators. And it's a beautiful little plant. Right behind it, that's another little blue stem. Again, that is native. This little plant here is an Agastache or Agastache. Those are considered native. This variety is a tangerine. Trying to remember the actual name, but anyway, it is an Agastache and it is native. Wonderful pollinator plant. And right behind it is goldenrod. Goldenrod is native to Colorado and to the plains. And it's just starting to bloom. Typically it'll run It blooms all the way up through here in Colorado, August or September, which is wonderful for the late season pollinators. Quite a bit of it still to open. This right here is Monarda. Monarda is native, and it is a wonderful pollinator plant. It does self-sow readily, so it could be considered a little invasive, but it is a native plant. It's also called bee balm, and I have it in at least 3 or 4 different areas in the garden. This tall silver back in here, this is an Artemisia that is native to the prairies. And it's a great pollinator plant. A lot of the caterpillars will eat the leaves on it, which helps with their life cycle. And then right up in here, these are all coneflowers. So the long, thin petals, that is a narrow leaf coneflower, which is native. And then these other coneflowers that have wider petals, that is the variety called Magnus, Magnus, not the true native, although the narrow leaf is true native, but the Magnus is quite lovely in the garden. This right here that has some Magnus coneflower growing up through it is a Baptisia, which is a native plant. This is Apache plume. There's some more white buds and lots of the seed heads all over that. Apache plume, native plant. This down here is more of that evening primrose, native plant. This is some more of the Agastache, or hummingbird mint. A lot of people call it hummingbird mint. That is native. This right here is the remnants of fireweed. There's a few more buds to open. Many of them have already opened, and those are seeds, or the end of the stems there. Here's some more Monarda. Excellent pollinator plant, native. This right here is my purple prairie clover. Looks like the rabbits have come in and ate. Can you see the edge right here? That's where the rabbit has come in and ate. Probably stood up on its hind feet so it could eat the tips of that. And they ate the tip of that too. So I probably need to extend the height of my little protective cage. Beside the purple prairie clover, we have tufted evening primrose. Again, this is a great bat and moth pollinator for the nighttime. This is chocolate flower, another native plant. It's looking quite lovely. Its blooms look quite nice. And this right here is another chocolate flower. This is my other purple prairie clover. And the rabbits have not ate these little tops off yet, which is good. I have quite a bit of the Mexican hat. I have a couple different colors showing up. This is another native plant. I have these right here. And over here, I have these with more of that nice brown. Let me see if I can zoom in. They're just lovely. I really enjoy them. And next to them, which kind of is a nice complement to it, is another coreopsis. And it has the yellow and the brown. So I think those two plants kind of next to each other. Both of those are native and excellent pollinator plants. This lovely penstemon here is native, and the hummingbirds and other pollinators adore this plant. It gets lots and lots of visitors when it's in bloom. It's quite lovely. Okay. We'll just kind of walk around here. So this is another Monarda. And this one does not have its buds all the way open yet, like the others. But they are opening. I have two very healthy nodding onions. These are also native plants. You can see the nice fat buds. Those will be lovely little allium shaped blooms. There's this one and this one. This one has a lot of buds. It's a nodding onion, a native plant to the prairies. Here's another little blue stem. And this right here is a sand cherry. It is a native variety. Stays a little shorter than the larger form. And this right here is mountain mint. Mountain mint is a native plant. It's excellent for pollinators. And I do have quite a bit of the small little buds opening up into the little blooms. I'll zoom in. They're so small and dainty. I don't think I'm getting a good shot for you. Sorry. It's great for pollinators. It's a native prairie plant. And then this orange right here, this is another variety of coneflower. It's not the native variety because it's orange instead of kind of the purplish pink, but it's very beautiful. I like it, and the pollinators enjoy it. And come over here. This is my sunset crater penstemon. Oh, we have hummingbird. My goodness. I'm hoping that I'm getting that for you. It's so lovely to see them when they feed on the plants that I have planted in the garden for them. She's getting her breakfast. That is just lovely to capture. And she is visiting all the different varieties. She's going up to the orange penstemon. Yes. Oh, it's just lovely. She's enjoying her breakfast. Going to multiple plants. This is awesome. Oh, a car came by. I think it scared it. Wait, here she is. See if I can get it back in the screen. Well, that was wonderful to see. I hope you enjoyed that. I enjoyed it. So we'll continue. This down here is I'm probably not going to say it right. Hore Valerian, not Valerian. Oh my goodness. Hoary Bavarian. I'm still probably tearing that up. It is a native plant. Good pollinator plant. Oh my goodness, and here comes our hummingbird. Back. Right up here close and personal. Oh, she's so sweet. And that is a female. She doesn't have the color. Oh, she's coming right up to us. Oh my gosh. She's gone. She didn't have any color on her throat, so that is a female. And so that's another native, the Hore Bavarian. I'm sure I'm tearing it up, but it is a native plant. And this is the sunset crater penstemon, native plant. And I've got some roses. There's another Monarda. No open buds yet, open blooms yet, but that's a Monarda. And this right here is a blazing star or a Laertis. And that has lots of different stems. These two will be opening hopefully soon. This one and this one. And then there are other ones all around that I'm not seeing all the buds quite yet. This one's still short, still forming. Nice to see. And my Indian paintbrush. I'll zoom in a little bit. One of my favorite plants. So that orange, starting to look a little brown. It's very healthy, and it's very rare to have Indian paintbrush in a garden home setting like this, so quite happy and pleased to have it. It's a native plant, good pollinator plant. Here is my chives, and they do have a couple buds forming. There's one, and there's another one right in there. Hopefully you can see it. These are coral bells. Excellent for the hummingbirds and other pollinators. They're not native, but they're just a lovely addition to the garden. And I have my milkweed. This is a rose swamp milkweed, I believe is the variety I have in here. So it is excellent for all the pollinators. Of course, milkweed is extremely important, all varieties of milkweed, to the monarch butterflies. They lay their eggs on the plants, and their butterfly or their caterpillars, that's what they eat to grow and get strong. Let's see, let me come back up. So I have that group that's already opened, and I have, let's see if I can get it. There's a small one that hasn't opened yet. And then I have another little group of them. If I can get them on the video, I might have to zoom out so I can see better. There's the small one. Let's see here. And there's the other group that's starting to open. Yeah, right there. So I do like having the milkweed. Excellent plant for the pollinators and the butterfly caterpillars, right? Especially the monarch. This right here is a yarrow. It's another variety of yarrow. And then next to the yarrow, I've got some Jupiter's beard, or it's also called valerian. This is the white variety, so it's an alba, ALBA. I have a couple of those. They are not native, but they're excellent pollinator plants. Okay. And this is my firecracker penstemon. I have deadheaded it once already this season. And so these are some new blooms it has given me. My plum tree, which is an American plum, and it is native. It has plums growing on it. Hopefully you can see those plums there. It has plums in other areas too, but these are the easiest to see. It's a native plant. And right here, this is another plant that I put in really more for the butterflies than for the hummingbirds or other pollinators. This is bronze fennel, and I am getting the nice yellow blooms. They're very similar to dill. If you've ever grown the herb dill, the flowers are quite similar. These are still forming. And it's just a nice plant to have. The swallowtail butterflies, they will lay their eggs on this plant, and very similar to the milkweed. It's an excellent plant to have to attract the swallowtail butterflies. And down here, this is a native variety of the black-eyed Susan. I like the kind of different colors of the petal and the fact that it's actually a native and has that coloration on it. This plant here is my chocolate flower, one of my chocolate flowers. So it looks nice. The blooms all face the way the sun faces it. So here's all the lovely blooms. Over here is my ironweed. Ironweed is a native plant, and I'll give you a shot of its buds that are forming. It is excellent for pollinators, hummingbirds, bees, butterflies. It's excellent. Lots of blooms yet to open. It gets tall, much like a Joe Pye weed. But I will get lots of blooms in the next month or so. And that's a ironweed native plant. And then next to it here, this is a big blue pitcher sage. This is a native plant. I don't see any buds quite yet, but again, it is an excellent plant for the pollinators for later in the season, much like the goldenrod, because it blooms later. We are at July 12th, 2026, and so I'll hopefully have buds and blooms eventually, maybe in August, on this big blue pitcher sage for the later pollinators. Okay, then we'll come back over here. I think that's most of the natives. This right here is a native switchgrass, and I think it looks really pretty with this little seed heads that form. They are nice and airy, nice loose. That is a native variety of grass. Many of the native prairie grasses are excellent for the butterflies. They can lay their eggs on them again, and then the caterpillars thrive and live and eat the grass. So it's a good plant to have for a native plant that's garden that you're wanting to get pollinators in. This right here is lamb's ear. It is not native, but I have learned that the pollinators adore this plant. Let's see if I can get that bumblebee. Oh, he's going to move too fast. Yeah, he's up. He's gone. Sorry. Let's come back out. I do not spray my garden with any pesticides because I do have my garden established as a native plant, and I have multiple varieties of pollinators to visit, and I don't want to hurt any of them or kill any of them, so I don't spray. So that right there, kind of in the center, that is a manzanita. That is considered a native plant to Colorado. Does stay evergreen for the most part. And then over here, we have a bolero rose. That is not native, but that little bud's quite lovely this morning. So I think I'm going to zoom in on that to end the video. It's very pretty. The Japanese beetles have been doing some damage. I see some holes in the petals. That's damage caused by those Japanese beetles. They do come in and chew on them. The flower bud above it has lots of damage. Just one of those unfortunate things I have to deal with due to the fact that I do not spray. So they're only around for, I don't know, about a month, maybe 6 weeks or so, the Japanese beetles. So they do damage. I do try to mitigate the damage by just removing them by hand. I put them in a cup of soapy water, and they basically drowned in the water. So that is just a quick little walk around of the garden this morning. Got lots of tomatoes. Quite a few cherry tomatoes. So if you do garden, I hope you get out and enjoy your garden today. There's that chocolate flower. Kind of stands out, doesn't it? Hope you get out and enjoy your garden. Thank you so much for stopping by. And I hope you have a wonderful Sunday. Feel free to stop again and visit. I will continue to share videos of my mostly native garden. I do have some non-natives, like the roses. I do grow irises. This is a big clump of iris. Of course, they're not in bloom. It's not the right time of season. But I enjoy the pollinators, and I hope you all were able to enjoy that hummingbird that visited. Thanks for stopping by, and feel free to visit again. Y'all take care.